Hello, how are you? I hope you're good. I hope you're fine wherever you are and wherever you're watching from. I hope you're having a beautiful day, right? So today I don't think it's going to be long or anything dramatic. Honestly, I'm having a very good morning. I'm actually having my coffee. I just arrived, okay, at work, and as you know, I do this at work. So I just arrived an hour earlier, but today I'm very late. It's literally, I only have 30 minutes. So, but normally, under normal circumstances, I just arrive an hour earlier and I do this because I enjoy it so much, and I've just been finding this so beautiful. I think this is the beautiful time to actually document this journey because it's a lot that we're going through. But today we are going to talk about fear of, I can't even say unknown, but fear of criticism, if I can put it like that, or just fear of being known. I don't know, but like just fear. But this one can be a fear of unknown because it's something that I'm experiencing, and I just thought maybe a lot of people I know for a fact that they're experiencing this. So yesterday I was having a conversation with my quality manager, right? And I asked him about a time when she was working in an environment where greatness and just boldness was allowed. And we're talking about it, and she mentioned one big institution that I'm not going to mention here, but if I mentioned it, you would understand why I enjoy having this kind of conversations like with my quality manager, because wow, ooh, that girl has worked so hard, okay, and I really do admire her and I look up to her. Okay, so yesterday we were having that conversation, and she told me that at her previous job she was encouraged, she was told to work hard and stuff like that, and she would stay up, maybe stay up late, work until AMs, work until late PM, stuff like that, right? And then I said to her, please tell me about a time where you were working in an environment where that wasn't allowed. Then she told me about it, and I compared the two, and then I realized that, listen, I'm not crazy. Whatever that I'm thinking, whatever that has been on my mind, I'm not crazy. So what has been happening, I did say that upon me arriving here, I've developed a lot of emotional intelligence, right? So, but then another thing that I had to overcome was the fact that I realized early when I got here that I don't think this is a kind of space or an environment where greatness is allowed, okay? For instance, I remember when I got here for the first time, and I mentioned, it was a genuine conversation, and I mentioned, oh, my mentor said this, people's body language, faces literally changed. I was like, oh my god. So I'm in a space where I am not even allowed to mention something like my mentor said this. So automatically people feel like you are clothing, automatically people feel like you want to be whatever, man, like these things that they say, "Warata ho bona wa papa," and all of those things. I was like, oh my god. I was shocked for my life. I really was, right? So the second thing that I picked was, let me tell you, this is so crazy. This one is so crazy. I mean, I wish I was lying with this, but I am not. And to think it's a reality of so many other people out there. Oh my god, wait a minute. So the other day that I was going to test the pH, I think it was still for the very first time, right? So my quality manager used to test the pH, and then they swapped me, and then they said, okay, I'm gonna test it, okay, sharp. The first day that I went there, literally people would be like, I don't know what that is, like, what it is called, like, they would sign to each other that, like, they would sign, like, look at her. So I don't know if I was doing it the wrong way, or I was doing it the way that the quality manager, like, yeah. That one was crazy. I was like, oh my word. So I'm in a space where I'm not even allowed to make mistakes, because literally if I come in here, I have this pH meter and stuff like this, I'm gonna do this, you literally sign in that. I'm like, so it means even if I'm wrong, you're not going to correct me. I was like, this is so crazy. It's little things, but it's so crazy how other people think. And I was like, listen, I am not going to be here and be so afraid to make mistakes because I have a degree in chemistry. You are not about to use my degree or my qualification to pull me down. You are not about to use my qualification to belittle me like that, okay? The other thing that I picked was, you see, like now I came here early because I'm doing this, right? Then I would pick comments like, yeah, she gets here at around 7, she's not even getting paid. I said, I know that I'm not getting paid. I mean, who are you telling that information to? Because when I wrote that email, I know what I wrote in that email. I do. I mean, the bank account that's crying every month, and it's mine. So you are not going to tell me that I'm not getting paid. I know it. Why are you telling me an information that I know? I know that. You know, so you see, people are doing that or throwing those words around, trying to pull me down. And I was like, oh, you ain't succeeding. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You are not going to pull me down. Like, listen, the only time that I'm going to be pulled down is when I pull myself down. Ain't nobody's going to pull me down. Like, seriously speaking, like nobody. I feel like I've survived that, man. Throughout primary, throughout high school, and all of that, where people say just a lot of things. So then I wanted to say, have you been in a space like that? And so because of that, have you ever felt the need then to shrink yourself, you know, and run away from this boldness, run away from this craveness, and just the burning desire that you have in your heart, you know, to go after your goals and stuff like that? Have you ever now felt the need to shrink yourself because you're afraid of people, you're afraid of what they're going to say, you're afraid of the signs that they're going to make when they see you and stuff like that? Girl, don't do that. Don't do that. For me, I live my life like this. As long as I'm doing the right thing, and as long as I'm not violating the rights of other people, I'm just gonna be myself. And I can tell you now for free that myself is so great. Like when I have conversation with my sisters and just people around me, they'll be like, "Cha, you are so young. Why are you tripping about things like that?" I'm like, I don't know. But I'll tell you the crazy thing, that most of my crazy goals that I ever dreamed of, I've achieved. I am not going to mention here, like literally I've achieved throughout high school, okay? The time that I put in extra hours in high school, I was in the top 5, 7, no, top 7. I even forgot, oh my God. 5 or 7, I think top 7 nationally. I'll look for my certificates, top 7. That's crazy that I forgot that information, but okay, during that time I was going through a lot, and my family didn't even make it to my awards, national awards and stuff like that. But I want to say, don't shrink yourself for people, okay? Because I can tell you, I'm a living proof that every time I put in extra hours, I put in that little bit of effort, regardless of what people said or how they viewed it, I achieved something great. So don't do it. Don't do it. Don't shrink yourself for anyone. Just as long as you're being yourself. Now I don't act, just be yourself. As long as you are yourself and you're not hurting anyone, just be yourself. What they say, chai, does it change price of bread though? It doesn't change anything. So don't stop for anybody. Don't allow people to choose what you should and shouldn't do. Don't allow for people to choose how you should and shouldn't live your life. Oh my God. You don't know these people, you just got into that space or that area, but you automatically feel the need to change yourself or how you do things or how you think, just so you are not going to be seen as all of those things. Now let's say until I die, because I don't think there's an other point where I'm going to find myself, because this life just looks like when you reach this stage, you want the next. When you reach that stage, you want the next. And there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with wishing good and great things for yourself. You know what I mean? So don't let people hold you back, man. I think this was like a very easiest and quickest message that I wanted to convey. Don't let people tell you how to live your life. I live my life the way that I see fit. And if I make mistakes, I correct my mistakes. If I have to apologize, I apologize. If I have to take some accountability here and there, I do that and I keep it moving, because I'm not perfect either, right? So I'm not coming out here saying, yeah, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna, no. As long as you're wrong, you're wrong. Take accountability, apologize, life goes on. But as for people choosing you, how you should live your life, please run. Say no to that.